Hello, welcome back. So it's part 34 now. So I just wanted to say, first of all, continued thanks for all the support. Part 32 is still going up and up on TikTok. So that's absolutely fantastic. And thank you, everyone, for showing the support there. What I do want to ask everyone is, whichever medium you're using, whether it be TikTok or YouTube, please, kind of share as much as you can. Please share it around. If you come across these videos, it's not entirely your thing. Please just share it to someone who might be interested. And particularly, when it comes to liking and following on TikTok, yeah, please, more and more of it. Please, let's have as much as possible. And with YouTube, let's get some subscribers. Yeah, because that's what we really want here. Yeah, because as we know, these things, they do make a difference. So as much as possible, if you could, please. Yeah, it's great that you're watching. It's great that, we're getting noticed. But, let's just have that little bit more interaction, please. And of course, your comments, your questions, let's be interactive. Let's just bring out whatever you want. Yeah, if you want to ask me something, ask away. If I haven't got the answer, I'll try and find it, or I'll try and find someone who can, and then I'll direct you to them. Yeah, that's just the way I try to work. I don't promise I've got all the answers because I haven't. Yeah, but I mean, maybe there's always someone out there who has. So it's all about working together. Now, one of the last pieces that went out was an audio recording of Kit doing the prologue to Amityville Gateway of Evil. So let's please just give that a look, just give that a little listen, because it is just a little taster of what the book is kind of about, and what it's kind of aiming to be, kind of very foreboding, very mysterious, and intriguing. Yeah, so it's a little taster. I mean, the prologue that you hear there, I mean, that is something that you've got to read the whole book to make sense of. Yeah, you just have it. It's just all a big twist. Yeah, that all comes later. So please just give it all a chance. That's what we're asking here. Okay, so just wanting to go back a little bit to the piece about the movie house, because one thing that I didn't mention was that the interior of that house wasn't used for filming, and it's amazing how many people don't know that. Yeah, that the interior scenes of the first three movies were all in a studio, and I do happen to know that Amityville 2 was filmed in Mexico, not Tom's River, New Jersey, yeah, or anywhere like that. It was studios in Mexico. Now, the other two, the original Amityville Horror and Amityville 3D, I'm not so sure. Not so sure. I think one of them may have also been filmed in Mexico, but I'm not entirely sure. But the one thing I can say for definite is none of them were filmed in that classic house. Yeah, as I said, that was just a facade with a real house underneath it. So even in that respect, it wouldn't have been practical to really go inside and, kind of pretend that it looked on the inside what it should look like from the outside. Yeah, it's sad, and it shatters the illusions, really, doesn't it? But it is the reality of it. Yeah. So the other thing I thought I'd mention is that people did get rumours around, and even I'm going to debunk this, that the real house wasn't used for filming because people were scared to go in there. Yeah, now that was a silly rumour. Okay, a lot of you are going to know that. Of course you are. Yeah. But I mean, I think that the more realistic, explanation to that is that they wouldn't have got permission. For a start, they wouldn't have got permission from the townspeople, the local authorities, and they certainly wouldn't have got permission from the Cromartie family who were residing there at that time. So that is the real reason, or at least the more realistic explanation as to why the real house wasn't used for any filming purposes. Yeah, so just thought we'd bring that in there. Yeah, so I am going to be going back to things we've talked about, that was largely the content of part 32 that's proved to be very popular. So we'll just go into a few other things, leading up to that just for now, just maybe just for the rest of this piece. And it's kind of maybe just going into a bit more detail over things that I've mentioned before. By the way, if you see me keep looking down here, it's because I do keep bullet points, just rough notes here, just to keep me flowing. That's all it is. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that proving a paranormal experience in any way, shape, or form is pretty impossible, even in this day and age. It just is. I mean, we can't really. Um, we can't really, say, that this is definite and here's any evidence because we just can't, because if we've got photos, they tend not to be, very clear. If we've got an audio recording, it's, you think, well, where's that come from? Is that real? A video, I mean, we look at them and think, well, yeah, is that really proving anything? Not really. And that's the thing about it. And so this is what we've got to remember is that it always defies logic. Always. And so when people are saying, there's no evidence to say that this was true, yeah, of course there's not. But there's no evidence to say that it's not. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing to keep remembering here. I mean, when it comes to, any kind of recorded evidence, whether it be, like we say, a film or a audio or photograph, I suppose the only way we can ever really kind of take that on board is if it's someone we know very well and we know that we can trust them, that we know that they're not the kind of person to just make something up for entertainment or to play a prank on us. That's about the only time. And otherwise, we're looking at things that can only be validated via our own personal experience. I mean, it's only when we're in that situation that we can say, this makes absolutely no sense. There is no logical explanation for this at all. And I feel that I've just had a paranormal experience. That is the only time. And even then we can find ourselves, questioning it, questioning ourselves, questioning our own sanity, because it just simply doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. But I mean, the fact that it is something that's very, how can I say, unverifiable, after all these years, but we're talking unverifiable one way or the other. We just are. Yeah. And like I say, even me, because I love these kind of things, I find it all fascinating and, intriguing, scary. Yeah, it is scary, a lot of it just is. You think, oh God, if I was in that situation, I'd be petrified. But what I will say is that we can look at so many things, like, again, photos, videos, audios, yeah. But there's nothing that we can look at and say, that's absolutely convincing me. If it's, say, for argument's sake, we go through YouTube and we come across things that, someone's filmed, we might look at it and think, oh my God, yeah, that looks really scary. I would be absolutely terrified if I was in that situation. And yet we can still look at it and think, well, to be fair, that could be someone just lurking in the corner. That could be someone just lurking in the window and the person filming it is saying there's no one in that building and it's all a setup. It could be. It could be that doors are opening and closing, because someone's got a piece of string that we can't see. It could be that a chair is moving from one side of the room to another because someone's got a very, thin cord that we can't see and they're pulling it. As regards to audio sounds, it could always be, especially these days, it could be something that is manufactured. It just could be, and so this is why I say there isn't any real proving of it. And so when people are saying, well, where's the proof then? There isn't any. Not really. Not really. I mean, it's like I say, if you know someone and trust them and they show you something, you're inclined to think, well, yeah, but I believe what you're saying, because I've got every reason to trust you, and you'll take it on face value, but I mean, when it's someone who you don't know at all, you don't know them from Adam, I mean, we're always going to be thinking, well, that could be a setup, that there's always going to be some flaw in it where you're looking and think it could be fake. Yeah, so it's just how it is, so we've got to be realistic about it. We've got to be starting to say, we're asking for evidence that we can't possibly give. It's down to personal perception. It always is. Yeah, so I'll leave it there for now. I'll be back very soon. Many blessings. Thank you.